Gail, your wealth word is fulfillment. Tell me a little bit more about what fulfillment means to you.
Fulfillment means that I am expressing what I'm here to express in my life. With work, it's storytelling, writing. It fills me up and it makes me feel that I'm connected to something greater than myself. I mean, especially with the creative process, the fulfillment of it comes through me. I mean, I think anybody creative understands that. You don't make it up. God made it up, but it comes through you. And there's nothing more fulfilling than just like being that open vessel and letting that creative spark come through you, and you can express it as a servant of the divine.
And you mentioned with your fulfillments, relationships, your career, things that have happened. How has that changed for you? Let's go back 20 years. Did you have that same feeling of fulfillment then as you do now?
It's a great question because I had moments of it, yes, but I have so many more now. And the difference is I'm learning to let go of my fear, the fear inside me. I've changed, from 20 years ago. Like this, it's the same me, like the essence of me is there, but I've let go of a lot of crap. I mean, I think that happens as we get older too. We realize what's really important. But for me, it's really letting go of who I'm not, which is fear that I have inside me, worry, and learning how to do that. I wouldn't want to live anymore if I didn't know how to do that. And now that I know how to do it, it's like I'm fulfilled. I have my tough moments, but Earth is a place where souls are sent to evolve. That's what I believe. And every moment is an opportunity to let go of whatever it is we're carrying around so we could be that much more connected with that which is greater than us, spirit, whatever word you want to use, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
And it's true. I mean, fear is a driver both directions. Fear can drive us forward, and fear can keep us backwards and in the dark, or wherever we want to say that that is from any kind of movement. You have had such an interesting little journey. You're also award-winning author. Can you tell us a little bit about that piece? And is that fulfilling to you?
Yes, that was fulfilling to me. I was an IPNE Book Award finalist for the memoir Finding Zoe. That was a beautiful, beautiful experience. So my author is a deaf woman, and she was actually a former Miss Deaf America in 1988 during the time of the Deaf Revolution. And I didn't know anything about this. This is such an amazing story. I've actually done a podcast just on this whole thing alone because it's such an interesting thing. But when this woman and I started working together, she wanted to write a story she adopted a daughter named Zoe, and she wanted to write a book about why Zoe's birth mother chose to place her baby for adoption rather than parents. And the author, her name is Brandy Rare. She didn't want to be in the book at all. Okay. So I was interested in writing her, taking on this project because I'm an adoptive mother myself. So we had that in common, and I felt, passionate toward it. So she hired me, and as I said, she didn't even want to be in the book. But then the minute she started talking, I mean, I couldn't believe it, just there was so much of a bigger story about how Zoe, her daughter, how she so easily could have ended up in the foster care system. But because of that, and again, this is the story that I saw, but just how the universe conspired to bring people together at certain times, exactly in certain moments, and how there's a complicated story, but Zoe's birth mother, birth father, she had a first set of adoptive parents. There was even a foster mother involved that was very, like a significant aspect to the story. But all these people made decisions to let Zoe go out of really love for her and also what they felt was right for them. And so because all these people really followed their heart, Zoe ended up in the perfect family, and Brandy ended up with the daughter of her dreams. Because what I found out when we first started talking was that she had three sons, but she had this yearning to have a daughter. Like she felt that if I don't have a daughter in my life, this lifetime, I won't be fulfilled. Like she just had to be she had to have a daughter. And this is the story about how she found the perfect daughter for her. So I wrote that book, and I was an IPNE, is Independent Publishers of New England, IPNE Book Award finalist. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. Gorgeous, gorgeous story.
You're getting all the details from people, some of the most personal details, I'm sure, in certain instances, and
Yeah.
helping people fulfill their dreams. That's incredible. I mean, why wouldn't you do what you do?
I feel so blessed, because I can actually do this for a living. I'm working with an author now, and it's just incredible. She's been through so much, and so much healing. She'll talk about it at some point, but so much healing has come about through the process of telling your story. It's so cathartic. I think somebody decides they want to write their memoir, or have someone write it for them, whatever it is. I think that you come to a place where you've done enough soul searching and have had enough growth that you feel you have something to share. And I think most people, or a lot of people, feel that if they share their stories, that they might be helping others. There's that yearning to share, because maybe you could help somebody else. So anybody who wants to tell their story, you've done a fair amount of your own inner work, so you're ready to do that. But the process itself, it just, you have no idea until you go through it, to have that perspective of somebody. And it's different than a therapist, but I feel like with my current author, we've done a lot of trauma therapy. It's just, I feel so blessed and fortunate that I could, provide that mirror in a way, in a safe space. And through the trajectory of story, it's just a very fulfilling, beautiful process of self-growth for her. But for me too, sometimes I feel like I'm the luckiest of all, because I learned so much about myself, even just reading memoirs, I've read dozens and dozens of women's memoirs. I just learned so much about myself, because what it is that, we're all so much more alike than we are different. Our particulars are different, but come on, who isn't here to learn self-love, or, greater self-love and compassion. And I just think our lessons are so similar. We're all human, we're all so much more alike than different.
And what advice would you give someone who's just started out to being a ghostwriter and finding their fulfillment?
I became certified, which was actually a really good thing for me to do. I had my specific reasons why I decided to become a certified ghostwriter, but that was good in the sense of really understanding the industry, how the publishing industry works. And the industry has gone through so many changes over the last years in terms of self-publishing. Now AI is another whole thing. I try and stay away from that, but that's another story. The same advice I would give to anybody: follow your gut, trust that you're on the right path, and exude your skill, and keep putting one foot after the other.
Celia Torstein here, working in the wee hours of the morning because I'm feeling inspired with Gail's interview here on women's health, wealth, and happiness. My goodness, listen to those words: attention. I love the word attention. Look at me. I'm paying attention to the time of the day. Fulfillment. I'm feeling fulfilled right now. Getting some work done and getting done. Helping that YouTube channel of mine. Oh, hitting all those subscribers and all those counts. Fabulous. Enjoy. Happiness and joy? Hello. You're speaking my terminology right here, right now. Go live your best life, I'm telling you. Watch this video. Watch the other videos. Gail's amazing. I'm amazing. We're all amazing here on this Women's Health, Wealth, and Happiness. Remember, you've got to subscribe and you've got to see Sylvia in action.
Stay tuned and watch part 3 to learn about the happiness word for this interview. Subscribe and click the link below to find out about bonus tracks and how to join our community.